Greetings, Jedi traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the daily trend for week 21, day 2. It is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only. Support your knowledge in the market. See what's going through my head on any given day. Always make sure you have a solid trading plan and always manage your stop when placing a trade. All right, Jedi traders, greetings. Nice to see all of you. Let's get right into the charts as we ended up having a flat market after that nice trend yesterday. Market still about 20 more minutes to go here on light volume today. Let's go right into the trading session recap. Again, AM session there on the indices pulling back, taking out those London gains, and afternoon chop, very flat. NQ getting a little bit of a pop there at the end. We'll take a look at the chart here, but it was the top row on the screen shared, GC, 6J, and the Euro coming up with a nice move downside. Very controlled, smooth trading today. There it is, VIX closing out in around the mid to high 72s. Economic highlights, not great numbers out today as we roll out the week on expectation of lower volume as we roll into a holiday weekend, including a GDP towards the end of the week. But budget released today, so that was in the news. And yep, let's keep talking about that. Russia. We'll see what that goes. Anyway, overall session ending up in the flats. All right, let's jump right into the market internals. Market profile on the NASDAQ here. Again, we're looking for a balanced profile. Not too bad. Would have liked to see more price action to the downside, but pretty much closing out point of control upside. Same here on the ES. Quite balanced. 70% of the trading range sitting in, so nothing extreme here to concern myself moving forward. Taking a look at the daily gaps here. As we've talked about each day, we've already cleared out those YM and ES major open gaps that were sitting there from just the end of April as price action lifting higher. Now, I want to point out here something notable today on volume. When we talk about volume, again, ticks are ticks. It shouldn't mean that you don't have an opportunity here in the market as we march back up to that all-time high. But on decreasing volume, makes it a little bit weaker at the top as we can see rolling out the week here. This was the end of last week, and this week even more diminishing volume. So keep that in mind, but be ready for both directions any given day. All right, so YM closing out the open gap. We're going to clear that out. So smooth sailing upside at this point. Any gaps downside, we're going to be looking at 1575, 248 nearest open gap, and 1275, 55, 1275 next one downside. So right now, yeah, at some point, market's going to need to come down and clean up business down there. But until then, we remain steadfast to the upside momentum, clear to the upside. AD lines, guys, volume again didn't give us the lift that we were looking that we would hope for. But it's a flat session on the AD line, and that's the price action you get. You get a price action flat all around. But didn't mean there wasn't a pocket of opportunity, and we'll take a look at the charts here in a moment. All right, let's take a look at the full session pick on the NQ. There it was, price action market open. Short. So when we talk about opportunities, here we go. Price action, solid hike in Ashi bars trails down. There it is. Trying to get the majority of your trading done in the AM session as we roll into the summer hours. That's the goal. Goal is to find that either Globex trend, pre-market trend, or rolling into the first 2.5 hours of U.S. regular trading hours from market open to PM session, actually before the PM session. This would be the mid-session here. So there was an opportunity mid-session here on the NQ downside. Couple of slight opportunities here. What you're looking for, again, solid. You want to know what I'm looking for. That's right. For our newest traders to the room, or to the daily trend here, 51.44. You're looking for price action to either be above or below the cloud. This is a 51.44. Same information here downside. Price action's under, and you got yourself a trend. So that's exactly what we're looking for. And that indicator shows up as Red, 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 red. And that's exactly what we had downside. An indicator gives you alert also. Doesn't mean enter. It just means, hey, you got yourself a potential high probability setup. So there it was. Price action resistance on the cloud here in the first 7 minutes. And bang to the downside. ES breaking downside, 25-minute open range. And Globex low was somewhere just below this. Never reaching all the way downside. All right, so price action gets a lift, and maybe you decide to get back in. And where did it go? It didn't go anywhere. And obviously, opportunity might have taken you out on trade management. Got yourself another opportunity. This one would have gotten you a couple scalp ticks there, but nothing long tails there. And failure. Price action not looking for the lift above. It was the lift downside. So I'm only looking for the setups to the downside on the NQ. So there they were, AM session highest probability setups. And then finally there was that last minute pop that I was talking about on the NQ. Let's jump over to the ES. Price action on the ES again. From close to close, it was the Globex. Nice move here. Started out a little bit not shaky, but less of a probability. You're looking at a 534 crossover, breakout above the T3034. T standing for Tim Tilson, moving average. There it is. Price action breaks out above. Slope change already upside, but nice move. But in the regular trading hours, there it was. Nice move to the upside. After a little bit of pullback, but ES took a while to get up there and pretty much chopped out the rest of the afternoon session. NQ was the only one get that pop there at the end. So ES, not a great trending market today, as we saw there in the late PM session. YM, same picture. Again, overnight Globex, nice move. That was your Asian Globex. Get the pop up through the London session. I said that's right. We wiped out pretty much of the London gains right there in the first 30 minutes. And price action back upside, so you might have been watching the MMLs, Murray math levels. Maybe you got in on the lows. Otherwise, you just left it alone. Bigger picture, though, you might have grabbed the lows on some point, being that the bigger picture is still upside. And we'll go ahead and take a look at those higher time frame charts. All right, let's any highlight noted. Yep, NQ there it was. Post 20 minutes as I posted there on the social media here. Solid Heiken Ashi bars trails down, and it really was the one chart of the day. It was the 6J and the 6E and the GC, which had some really nice trending moves. We'll show you that here in a moment, but nice. That's what you're looking for. A golden standard setup. Solid Heiken Ashi bar, break of the cloud. Cloud is red right there. There it is, all lining up, and bang, you got yourself a mover. Hopefully trade management didn't take you on the tail. If it did, maybe you got back in on the next candle moving down, and that should have trailed you down all the way to the lows. All right, let's jump in to the charts. Anything of note? Yes, I wanted to point out, let's go to the daily trend of the day. There it was, the 6E. Nice move down, as we had mentioned before. We were looking at the 6J. I apologize, the 6E. Nice move as well, downside after a pullback. And so exactly what we're looking for. This again carries a good probability, not the highest probability, being the fact that the yellow is simply the fact that the cloud is still in the green. So price action overall momentum downside on the 6E. Actually, if you look back, we had an up session yesterday only to be taken back in the next day session. All right, so where's the setup on the 6E today? Obviously, market open on the 6E quite a lot earlier, right there. Best to trade the 6E, as I say, is always in the European session in the first 2.5 hours. Anything in the afternoon, volume is much lighter, but there it was. Nice move downside. Pull back gives you another opportunity to the downside. Here was the highest probability setup once price action started moving down towards the Europe, actually post-European close and into the mid-session. All right, so there was your 6E. 6J again on the screen share here. Again, nice move. Very clean session after a lot of chop. Seems like that's what we're looking at on the overall U.S. indices. But there it is. Solid Heiken Ashi bar. Again, if the setup's not there, you just wait. You're patient. You look for it. If it's there, great. You take the trade. You get your first contract off, or you get your stop to break even and see if you get yourself a runner. So nice move on the 6J. All in sync here today. Both the 6E, 6J, and the GC making a nice move after some sloppy, choppy session. There it is, breakdown of the Globex low. All right, there you go. Whoop. There you go. Solid Heiken Ashi bar underneath the cloud, even underneath the VWAP. You might have been waiting for the Globex low. That would be understandable. Price action breaks down. You're all in the red, and you got yourself a solid trend. Pullback. Yep, if you're able to keep that stop at break even, you're done okay. Otherwise, you got yourself another downside trend on the GC. All right, so there's the trends of the day. Present on all three charts. Again, small pockets, better on the NQ there at the end in the early AM session. Otherwise, it was the GC, it was the 6J and the 6E. As we roll into tomorrow, the crude coming out with the EIA report. We'll see if they got the numbers today. Usually they don't do too well. There we go. Solid Heiken Ashi bars all in the green. Moving up to Globex high. Pullback. You wait. There you go. Solid Heiken Ashi bars above the cloud. Doesn't last too long. Trade management might have taken you out. Depending on where your stop was, gives you another opportunity to get back in. There's the trend setup. Highest probability setup of the day on the crude. Right here. Very clean. That's what we're looking for. You can't have it all, Jedi traders. You try and get what you can. Little piece of the pie. That's all we're asking for. There it is. Solid Heiken Ashi bar. Get your contracts on. Let it run as much as you can. Trail. You decide on the trade management that works for you. Otherwise, get that stop to break even and let your runners run. All right, that's our crude. Let's wrap it up by looking at the charts where we currently sit with only about 7 minutes here to go to the closeout. Big picture overall on the ES 15-tick range chart here, holding above the T34. As we can see, the U.S. session popping back up after a downside and a little bit of pre-market action back upside. U.S. session holds up. ES back in the zone high as we hold up here above the 10-period moving average and 50. Any pullback in this market will be looking back down to 90.75 and first to 10 EMA. Any failure through the week, we'll start watching downside 75 and the 50. But currently right now, if you are holding on as some of you might be holding on an ETF or maybe holding a swing hold on the futures, you can simply move your stop up to the most recent swing size position from the lows and continue to monitor trend action on the way up. What's the goal? The goal is on an intraday. If you get a move that you know you're still in an uptrend on the higher time frame, that's when you want to splice in. And so you go to your lower time frame. And for instance, here on the ES, there's a great, and again, that entry might come during the Globex. So there it is, price action back upside, high probability setup. Again, another opportunity. Again, we know ES didn't run too far today, but that's what you would be looking for. Yesterday was a prime example as price action ran away. All right, so there we are. ES still holding to the upside. Let's take a look at the NQ. Again, we're in the zone high. Watch up to 57.8125. Again, let me go back to the ES. We want to be watching up to 24.06. Next level upside, 24.22. All right, taking a look at the NQ. We're sitting in the zone high. We have been a little bit of rejection up here, holding to the resistance levels. Watch for the pullback to the 10 EMA. We already tested the 34 here, almost tested it here. So NQ getting a little bit of lift today, a little bit of a flat volume here, but any pullback, we're looking down here. Open gap, got a distance to go, so I'm not worried about that. Zone high up to 57.8125. Any pullback, again, watch these levels into tomorrow's session. And finally, wrapping it up on the YM again as we hit the resistance here at 938. Holding above the T34, price action holding above the cloud, a little bit of a pullback, but making some higher lows here. Price action all the way up to 21.055. Overbought would be at 0.16 in the zone high. Any pullback, watch the 10-period moving average, look for the support. If not, we'll look to 781 in downside. Let's move it over. There's your 50 SMA at 707. All right, let's get our charts back up here. There we go. Moving into tomorrow. Don't want to think that the market just held steady today for actually FOMC minutes tomorrow. But hey, you never know what the market's waiting for. So MBA mortgage applications as we roll out the week. Expect the volume to still be lighter, but hey, you never know. We're approaching contract rollover, and there is the GDP coming up on Friday. All right, Jedi traders, that concludes my insight into the daily trend and key charts, technical momentum on the indices and key futures markets that I watch every day. Hey guys, feel free to stop by here at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. Here you can check out Again, the pre-market trend posted 15 minutes prior to each day's session, about 15 minutes prior. On the charts, what charts am I talking about? There it is. That's what I post each morning to give you an idea of where price action is sitting, both on the big picture and the higher time frames. Again, smaller time frames, always be ready in both directions, especially on an intraday basis. So always check out my technical momentum outlook for the week, which is posted here over the weekend, the big picture for the week, including the weekly recaps that are posted here on Friday. My trading mantra, one simple strategy, any market, any chart, any time frame will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter here at tradingfibs.com. I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I'm only watching what's in front of me and on my charts, and I leave my buys at the door when trading. Hey guys, Jedi Traders, if you're interested in joining us with our community like-minded traders, feel free to email me, David at Trading Fibs. You can join us on any Thursday or Friday to view the live chart setups as they happen in the trading day. Speaking of live charts, posted here on the blog, here at the Live Trading Challenge and livetradingchallenge.com. Coming up with this Infinity Futures, June 14th through June 20th, right after about contract. Coming in on contract rollover, might make it a little challenging on the indices, but you got a lot of other markets you can trade. Opportunity for you to participate in a simulation challenge, but again, prize commissions, nice, especially if you have an Infinity and co-sponsored by the CME Group. So nice, great way to challenge yourself to other traders out there. Again, great webinar on June 5th to June 8th with Jim Cagnina of Infinity Futures, CEO, as well as, voila, myself, Trading Trend Trading Plan webinar series next week. Sign up. There's the 3 sessions. You can sign up at the bottom. More information also on this page as well as my blog. If you're interested, those of you who don't have a trading plan or interested in putting one together for your real live trading, this might be a session you might want to attend as we go through it. Video recordings will be available afterwards, I'm sure, but it will not be an opportunity for Q&A for yourself as it will be recorded. All right, Jedi Traders, we are almost at the middle of the week. Happy Lucky Penny Day to all of you. Have yourselves a Blue Zone day wherever you may be. And again, as I leave you off each day, if there's anything else I forgot, I'm sure I will post it online. Otherwise, have yourselves a good day, a good night, and good trading to you. David here from TradingFibs.com.